Hello YouTube, let's play some chess, playing with the white pieces. Going for d4, obviously trying to go for the Jobava London, and it looks like we're getting one. Yes, here we have it. And let's see which variation we're getting today. So far, I'm in my prep. And this is a nice variation, trying to prepare g4. And he runs straight into that. Defended by the queen and the knight. He can take the knight here, which is one move. But here I'm just gonna try and attack his bishop. Taking the knight is now a mistake, because I can take back with the pawn, attacking the knight. And if the knight moves, then after that I'm attacking the bishop. And I believe here, in a lot of cases, taking the bishop is good. But I believe in this specific variation, you play g5. Basically because he needs to deal with the pawn tension, and because the knight is here, there's no way he can push or anything. And then I can take the bishop afterwards, so I think this is the way to go. I believe there are some moves like bishop h5, bishop e2, takes. And basically I want to open things up here. Castle queen side, get my rook and my queen involved, and just go for a checkmate and an attack basically. And my knight is already involved. Okay, this move I don't know. So multiple options, can take with the bishop, can take here, can take here. If I take here, he takes with the bishop, and don't think that's worth it. Taking with a pawn here makes quite a bit of sense. Taking with the bishop as well, because that's nicely lined up over there. But if I take with the bishop, I guess I can't take twice here anymore. Take with the pawn, knight here, takes. Can you throw this move in? Probably. Let's take with the bishop. I'm not sure which is best. But I believe recapturing here is not the most important. The most important is that the g-file opens up. And he still has to move his knight now. And he can't go here, covered by the queen. h5 is a square, but okay, I guess he doesn't have to move the knight, but he does now. Now he can't go here, I can get two pieces for the rook. So he has to go back, which does attack my bishop. Oh, he goes back there. And this pawn is under attack now. I'm looking at some rook sacks. I don't think they work. I could go here. Question is my bishop actually getting trapped? So bishop back might be best. He takes with the knight. My queen can come in with tempo. That's worth a pawn, I guess. So I'm going for that. Might not be best. Yeah, I have the open h-file now. So that's definitely a pawn sacrifice I'm willing to make. Especially if it activates my queen with tempo. And maybe my queen can swing over and go for the attack. And my opponent is nowhere near attacking me, so I can comfortably castle queenside at some point. Okay, he just develops a knight. I could develop my bishop here now. Because if takes, queen takes, I'm attacking the knight. Question is, if I take, he takes. Looks really ugly for him. I guess then I can bring my queen over and I'm attacking this as well. Yeah, this has to be a good move. I don't think there's any shenanigans here. If takes, queen takes, he doesn't have time for knight b4 because that knight is under attack. Question is, can he then take here? Probably not, because I can take, and if queen takes, that's checkmate. So you can maybe try and block things. There I have en passant at the very least. He just ignores everything. Yeah, I'm gonna take and bring my queen. That just looks good, because I'm threatening to swing my queen over, and I'm also threatening the e-pawn with check. And my g-pawn is now defended, although that's not the most important thing. I don't think I'm quite threatening a sacrifice yet. I'd say queen h4 is pretty dangerous, because right now, of course he has a move to make. Right now his knight has nowhere to go. And he doesn't give his knight a square. He does defend the pawn, but does this not just win a piece? He can run with the king, as that's his idea. And then bring a rook over. I can't take here. I can get 2 rooks for the queen. And I've also won a knight already, so that's more than enough for a queen. So I'm going for this. Of course he can still take here, but then I'm just going to take back either way. And game goes on. Yeah, he is going for this probably. Yeah, we're going to get this. And I have quite a lot of pieces for the rook. Now this is an interesting endgame, because I don't have a queen and he does, so that's always interesting. And I can still castle, probably next move, depending on what he does, but I'm guessing that's what I'm gonna have to go for soon. Okay, that's a move. Now I do have a tempo move here. Question is, probably there. Yeah, so maybe takes, knight takes, and then I take here. Something like that. I'm gonna take and see what he wants to do. Yeah, so if I take here, attacking the queen. The queen moves. But the queen has to protect the knight still. I can then castle, defending the knight, attacking that. Also, maybe I can take that immediately. Important thing is that this is covered, so there's no check there. And even if there was, probably it was alright. So I can take the knight, but then I lose my knight. And I think this looks quite dangerous for him, aligning my rook with the queen. Also defending my knight. And still attacking his knight. So he can move his knight. Probably he should try and move his queen to defend the knight. Then he loses this pawn. And he can't move here because, sorry, I can take it. So these are the squares. Well, this loses a queen, by the way, as well. So he then has to go to e6, but that loses this pawn. And then my other rook can come in. Looks really dangerous. Yeah, if he moves his knight, I'm looking at any discoveries with my knight. Don't necessarily know if there are any good ones. So maybe he should try that. Maybe knight f6. Because anywhere he moves his queen, at least I can bring my rook in with check. And then, I don't know where the king moves, but then I can go here. Okay, so he goes there. Yeah, I guess knight f6 is a good move. I'm missing something. He doesn't have any checks. If the queen moves here, I win the queen. If it moves anywhere else, this is a check. And the king is looking to be in a mating net there, so I think he either loses a queen or gets checkmated here. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. Yeah, he goes for the counterattack, but this must be winning. And he can still give up his queen here if he wants. Okay, he's going for it. Does this really work? Okay, I'm guessing I'm gonna have to bring this rook over anyway. So let's do that at least. And the king can't escape there, so isn't this checkmate? Knight is covering this, bishop this, rook here. I think that's mate. Knight can go here, but then I can just take it. So it's mate in 2, probably. That's quite a nice finish. This knight, although it was under attack the whole time, because every move was check, he couldn't take it, yeah, and he just resigns. He realizes it's gonna be checkmate. This was quite a nice game, I'd have to say. Realizing I can give up my queen, because I had not enough compensation. Let's go to the game review. I feel like, and I'm gonna be disappointed, because that's always how it works, but this is gonna be a high accuracy. Oh, it actually was, 92.5. That's quite alright. So let's dive into the analysis. Oh. Yeah, so up to this point I was still prepared. This was still in my prep, and I believe here, yeah, G5 is best. I kind of remembered Ciengas in my prep, but I wasn't completely sure. But this is already +2, and so you can see it's quite a normal opening, and I was just crushing from the beginning, and here taking with the bishop was a mistake. Although, yeah, the evaluation doesn't change that much. Taking with the pawn was better, apparently. Let's just see the continuation. The engine says yes here, so knight here. G takes H. He takes back. H5. And knight takes here, so if I take, he takes back. Which apparently is best. I mean, I can even take here, and that's not even best. Queen H5 is best. Yeah, but even this variation, I mean, it's calling this an inaccuracy, but that's the best variation black can play, and yeah. Look at, sorry, this. Look at where that ends up. That's completely winning for white, so I don't think this was quite inaccurate, but let's see how the game actually continued. He took. This was best. Okay, F4 was best here. I was kind of scared. I thought maybe he could kind of trap my bishop here. Just rook G1, saying, okay, if you take my bishop, I'm taking yours, and that's with check, so I'm attacking. My queen can join the game, and I can see that. And he can't move his bishop right now. Let's say he defends like this. Apparently I can take. And this probably, queen comes in. Now first the bishop. I think he moves back. But then I win a knight back already. Probably. The engine is giving up on me right now. It doesn't even suggest a move. Okay, but apparently F4 was possible. And again, this is called an inaccuracy. Well, in this case, it actually changes the evaluation by quite a bit. So let's see. C5 is best here. That's not what he played. Makes sense. I'm attacking on the flanks. Striking in the center is usually good. And then bishop d3, which is kind of what happened in the game, although he played knight c6 instead of c5. But this is still good for me, so again, inaccurate, but not the worst. This is good. Taking isn't best. Queen g4 first. Yeah, I guess there's no rush. And even if he takes, I'm happy to take back with the pawn probably. Yeah, and just a lot of threats here again. That would be fine as well. But taking here is a nice decision as well. And now here. Okay, engine says rook f5. Yeah, something like that makes sense. Blocking the attack here, also attacking this pawn. I kind of underestimated it, because if I now go here, the knight can actually get out by taking. Now that still looks dangerous for him, but he might be fine. Best move here is just to castle queenside, and white is just a tiny bit ahead. So in this position, actually castling is best. And he can still take here. Let's see what the engine says there. I just bring my rook over here, now attacking the knight that has to move. And then going over maybe. I'm just winning a pawn and yeah, okay. Makes sense, a lot of threats again. I don't know if I would have found that, so yeah, rook f5 was definitely a good try by my opponent. Yeah, now I'm just winning a piece. And okay, he can get my queen, but I get 2 rooks for the queen, which is actually good. So winning the knight on itself is a good thing, but actually, even if I didn't win a knight, I would have still gone for this. So let's remove this knight from the field, and it's probably still a good position for me. Now it's even +5. And here I was wondering if this worked, but I thought it didn't. Engine actually says it's a mistake because of queen d6. Yeah, now my knight and my bishop are both hanging. So that's why I played this first, and then I took here. Castling is best. Knight f6 is one of the best moves. Knight takes c7. Ah, that's protected. Yeah, could have found that as well. But I think this is very powerful because, yeah, queen takes d1 is his best move. I mean, just giving up the queen. And that's why you see this. I thought so in the game, and apparently it's true. This is winning his queen by force, and else he got checkmated. And he didn't want to lose his queen. This was his last chance to take my rook. And then here is just forced mate. And just to show you, if the knight goes here, rook takes. And even this rook. So that's two checkmates. Knight is covering this escape square, rook is covering that, and the knight as well. And rook is covering that, bishop is defending that, this bishop is defended by the pawn. So everything's working together nicely, and quite a nice checkmate in the middle of the board. He didn't let me play until checkmate, but still, yeah, quite a nice game overall. I'm quite happy with this one. Let me know what you think, like and subscribe if you want more of this. Maybe become a member if you feel like it, and yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.